Phonics Cracking the Code Part 2. Hi, this is Amina. Welcome to my videos where I simplify primary teaching concepts. Today I'll be diving into the 6 phases of phonics. If you missed Part 1 where I broke down some common phonics jargon, I highly recommend checking it out before continuing this one. The UK National Curriculum Phonics Programme is called Letters and Sounds. You can download the document on the government website. Letters and Sounds is a structured phonics program that helps children learn to read. While widely used in the schools across England, it's not a required part of the national curriculum. The program is divided into 6 phases, starting with early sound recognition in nursery and progressing to fluent reading by around age 7. Now you might ask, which phase is taught in which year? Although this depends on the needs of the children and the school, the National Curriculum for England suggests starting phonics teaching in the early years foundation stage, EYFS, usually when children are 4 to 5 years old, in reception. Before reception, children begin with phase 1 in preschool. In reception, they focus on phases 2 to 4, learning basic sounds and simple words. In year 1, they progress to phase 5, which introduces more complex sounds. By year 2, they reach phase 6, where the focus is on improving reading fluency and spelling with advanced phonics skills. Phonics phases. In this part, let's delve into the 6 phases of teaching synthetic phonics. So phase 1. Phase 1. In this phase, children develop the ability to distinguish and produce basic sounds through natural interaction with adults and lessons in reception. Phonological awareness is nurtured, helping children differentiate between different sounds. Activities like music, poetry, rhymes can support this learning process. Phase 1 has 7 aspects, and it's a critical part of learning to read and write. It's split into the 7 aspects, which are environmental sounds, identifying animal sounds, or instrument sounds. And the next aspect is body percussions, adding actions to songs, changing sounds, rhythm and rhyme, learning when words rhyme and don't, alliteration, saying and knowing words that start with the same letter, such as their name and then more. Voice sounds, adding sound effects, making loud, quiet sounds with voice, singing songs and rhymes, blending and segmenting using sound talk. Actor, identifying syllables, orally blend and segment. How many sounds can you hear, for example? Until children can do these things, there is no point in teaching graphemes, as they will not be able to make them into words. So in phase 2, children learn letter sounds. Children are introduced to the first 19 graphemes, including basic letter sounds, correspondences, such as sat, pin. During this phase, they also begin to learn how to spell simple CVC words. So the first set of letters are sat, pin, s, a, t, p, I, n. And the tricky words at this phase are I, to, no, go, the, into. And each week, teachers are expected to teach 4 letter sounds. In set 1, for example, you have s, a, t, p. Set 2, we have I, n, m, d. Set 3, g, o, k, k. Set 4, the ck, k, I, r. And set 5, h, b, f, and l. This is a summary of phase 2. So if you look at the sentence, the rat sat on the sack, we have a tricky word. There's 2 CVC words, rat and sat. And we have a CC word, sack. And we have another tricky word, the CK, k is a digraph. So this is what children should be able to do by completing phase 2. Phase 3. Phase 3. In this phase, children learn the remaining alphabet letters and are introduced to digraphs, 2-letter combinations like sh and ch, and trigraphs, 3-letter combinations. They also start learning sight words, words that cannot always be decoded phonetically. By the end of this phase, children are familiar with an additional 25 graphemes. In phase 3, the graphemes and tricky words are taught in sets. For example, set 6 and set 7. Then you have consonant digraphs, vowel digraphs, and tricky words. This is an example of a reading mat. You can find these kind of resources on the internet. And this is a summary of phase 3. So if you look at the sentence, the chick was near the summer fair. Now you can see the children can read harder sentences now. They can read words with consonant digraphs, tricky words, and two-syllable words as well. So phase 4. No new graphemes are taught at this stage. Children reinforce their previous knowledge and begin blending consonants. They also start reading and spelling more complex words such as CCVC words and CVCC words, and practice tricky words that don't follow standard phonetic rules. Here's a summary of phase 4 sentence. Wilf thinks some stairs are sparkling in spring. Now you can see 3-letter consonants, tricky words. Phase 5. Phase 5, they introduce to alternative spellings and pronunciations. So children explore different ways to spell the same phoneme and learn about the various pronunciations of graphemes they have already encountered. This phase helps deepen their understanding of phonics and spelling patterns. Here are some examples of phase 5 words. A, ow, I, e, oi, oo, and you. Here's a summary of phase 5. This is a sentence. The beautiful witch was singing into a microphone. So we have the common exception word beautiful here, and there's a trigraph in the word witch, and the suffix in singing, and in microphone you have a digraph and a split digraph. Phase 6 now, which is advanced phonic knowledge. In this final phase, children are developing reading fluency and spelling accuracy. They are introduced to more complex spelling rules, such as use of prefixes and suffixes, and develop a deeper understanding of how spelling conventions work. Here's a summary of phase 6. In this sentence, if you read, the monkey didn't cheer when his finest shoe disappeared. So we have a grapheme here, contraction, we have suffix, and a prefix, and digraph here, ey, and then a trigraph here, eer, ear. And then we have the common exception word shoe. Hi everyone, in today's video we broke down what we teach children in each of the 6 phases of phonics. In phase 1, we focus on phonemic awareness, helping children tune into sounds around them, including environmental sounds and individual phonemes. In phase 2, we introduce the first 19 graphemes. Phase 3 expands on this with more graphemes, as well as digraphs and blends, teaching children how 2 or more letters can work together to make new sounds. In phase 4, children learn about long sounds and tricky words. Phase 5 introduces alternative spellings like split digraphs. Finally, in phase 6, we teach advanced phonic knowledge, helping children develop reading fluency and spelling patterns. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos where I simplify teaching concepts. See you next time. Apart from this, there are some other reading strategies you can use that I've used personally as well. And here's 3 I recommend: Reading and Writing Inc. by Ruth Miskin, Jolly Phonics, and the Montessori method. Here are the resources I used. So I used the Letters and Sounds website, phonicsplay.co.uk, and twinkle.com as a wealth of resources you can download. Thank you very much for listening.